Singapore. What can I say about this fantastic city? Literally the only city in the world that I've arrived into customs, and I was met with a big smile and given a mint and said, "Welcome to Singapore." Fantastic city. But anyway, yeah, this is where I stayed. I stayed in like it's kind of like the Indian district. It's kind of like Little India, they call it, and it was great. It was very mixed cultures down there, and it's good food. Mainly a lot of Indian restaurants and the Malaysian restaurants. Anyway, this hotel was fantastic. The Ferrera Hotel and Spa. As soon as I got there, they upgraded me, and it was just a fantastic hotel. One of my favorite hotels that I've stayed in the world, and that's saying a lot because I've stayed in a lot of amazing hotels. Just the customer service, the breakfast was fantastic. The selection of the breakfast was amazing. It was definitely, it wasn't cheap, but it was definitely worth the money. Just the hotel, the location, like the meals were great. A lot of selection, and the location, of course. The facilities, man. They had a pool, outdoor pool, indoor pool. They had two gyms, one across my room, and they had one of the biggest gyms I've seen in a hotel. It was fully loaded, so I loved it. So I really liked this hotel, and I just loved the design. It had a nice modern design, modern feel to this hotel, and it was great. Of course, if you get a good view, you overseeing the city. As you can see, this is the restaurant. Just great, loads of options. Nice little bar there. There's a bar downstairs, and this is the pool area outside. And there's also a bar there as well where we had some food, and I just chilled out. I love chilling out there at night. Anyway, so going on to seeing the city, man. This is around the Marina Bay area. Walk around. That's the statue in the background. The big, it's Singapore is actually like Singapore is like Lion Island. So the founder, long historical story. Guy first came to the island, saw what he thought was a lion, but it wasn't actually a lion because there's no lions in Singapore. So, but anyway, it just became a lion. The lion became a symbolic for Singapore. But yeah, I love this city, man. I learned so much. Great thing I did was go to the museum and the Singapore Museum, and literally, you learn so much about the city, about Asia. A lot of the big influential travelers from Asia and around. Also about Marco Polo. So yeah, you get a lot of information and just a lot of wisdom, culture, and wealth from visiting the museum. This is actually one of my funnest visits to a museum, because this is one of the very interactive museums. So there's screens, you can interact with the videos. There's like a theater show. There's like this what I'm doing now. You can interact with the olden days and kind of like get your picture, go into the background of the olden times and just change different outfits and just kind of put you into the background of the olden times, which is great, man. I had so much fun. You can see it. I'm having a blast at this museum. There's so many different. It's kind of like different levels, and it's kind of like you go into different rooms, and it's a different theme, and it's just different history points, and it's fantastic, man. I would highly recommend this museum. 100% recommend. It's right in the middle of the mall, so you can't miss it. Yeah, so just like I say, when I go to the cities, I love to learn about the city and about the history. So yeah, this is around the Sentosa Island. There's so much to do here. This is Sentosa Island. This is on the beach, Palawan Beach, and this is a man-made beach. Right next to it is the river. So you have loads of boats and all that stuff in there. So it's not the cleanest, not the best beach I've seen, but it's a beautiful. As far as taking Instagram pictures and stuff like that, it's picturesque perfection. I mean, you can take amazing pictures, man. It's just a beautiful looking island and a beautiful looking place. There's lots to do on this island, so you can literally there's buses. You can just get on these buses and go to different parts of the island. There's so much to do. There's an underwater wall. There's aquarium. There's cable rides. There's amusement park. There's museum. Oh man, there's so much stuff to do. Of course, you can go swimming. You go to the beach. You can just go see some of the sights around. You can swim. There's so much to do. Oh, there's a water park where you can do like surfing in this little thing. It's so cool, man. I mean, we spent the whole day there on this island, and it was just great, just walking around doing different things. There's an area too where you just walk. You do lots of walking, so you can burn a lot of calories. There's an area where there's bars and stuff as well, so you can literally just spend the whole day there, do different things, try different things. Of course, eat and drink too, so you could just chill there. And of course, at night there's some bars and clubs as well. So literally, there's hotels and resorts there too. So I mean, you can stay on Sentosa Island. Sentosa Island's kind of away from the actual Singapore city. It's not the closest, so I wouldn't recommend staying on Sentosa Island because you want to be able to get around and see other things in the city. But it's a fantastic place. And this is one of my favorite things. We went to the night safari in the Singapore Zoo. You have to do it, man. If you saying go take a date there and just do it at night, then afterwards get some drinks. I did this on my second night. It was fantastic. So this is next day. We went on to the Marina Bay. You know where it's like the two boats. It looks like two boats on the skyscraper. So this is there's a bar called the Marina Bar Selavi, I think it's called. And you just go there and drink and have a great view. This is the nightlife area, so you want to go to clubs and stuff like that, you go there. My friend right here, she took me there one night, and there's lots of different things. It's cheap as well. It's pretty cool to go out there. There's different bars you can hop in and hop out, and this is there's so much cool things to do in this city, man. It's just cool, man. So this is like the Fountain of Youth. It's in the Suntec City. It's like industrial or business building, also a mall in there as well. So yeah, you just this is meant to bring you wealth and health, right? So you meant to walk around this fountain 3 times while touching it. So I'm walking around trying to touch it and trying to stay dry as much as possible. But it's so much fun, man. Also, he kind of got to hop into the line and wait for these people walking around. There's loads of people walking around. But today, this thing about when I went to Singapore ending of December, beginning of Jan. So the weather, it's kind of the rainy period. So the weather was on and off. It was warm, but it could rain at any time. So you have to pick and choose when you go. If you don't want rain ending of December, beginning of Jan, probably not the best time to go. And of course, you see, that's what I was talking about. Like the two boats a boat on the building. It looks like a kind of a boat. But anyway, this is the natural gardens. Oh man, it's by the Marina Bay as well. Literally everything's by the Marina Bay. Man, this was fantastic. So I went during the Christmas period, so they were still doing like Christmas festivities and Christmas music and just Christmas. It was a Christmas theme. This was just super fun, man. I love this city, man. The people are super cool as well. I met a local. She was cool enough to show me around. She took me around, and she was amazing. And I would 100% recommend this city. This is probably my favorite city in Asia. It would be this and Bangkok. So if you thinking of going to Singapore, I would 100% recommend it. Definitely take a trip to Singapore. You will not regret it. There's so much to do, so much to see. Of course, it's not somewhere you can go for 2 weeks. I recommend 3 to 4 days. I did 4 days and I absolutely loved it. It's good food and good times, nightlife, everything you want, you get it here. Anyway, remember guys, live, laugh, love, and of course, always travel. Peace.